everybody and answer the question that I saw in the side chat. This is not a drive, this is live. I'm sitting in my darkened office wearing a cap to demonstrate that, well, I'm a dunce because I failed to recognize the greatness that is Jose Maria Chilito DeCastro, a man so great and so brilliant that, well, his life has taken a turn from everything that I hear. And I'm going to catch up on it tonight. Hopefully, maybe some of you people can catch me up on it too if anyone comes in. Well, Cap is here, so hello, Cap. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But first, there's a clip I need to share because as the news has been spreading about the latest accomplishment of Jose Maria DeCastro, and people have been celebrating it. Let's see if this will work. Yes. There we go. And yes, from all over the world, we have been receiving. People have been hearing. People have been, well, let's see. Yes, I think catching up on what probably everybody knows. Everybody going All right, so that is an artist's impression of people getting the news of Jose DeCastro's latest adventure in alpha maleness. He, by all accounts, stupided himself straight into jail. Apparently, in one of his appearances, there was a really sweet offer from the prosecutor, and because he was unable to control his basic assholish nature, he didn't get that sweetheart deal. I don't know what it is, but hopefully it'll be in the court appearance that I'm going to be watching in a second. This is basically going to be a festival of risking strikes, I guess, because I'm going to be commenting mostly on videos from our Nevada judges, and I don't know what their stance is on people reusing their stuff. So we'll see. If you walked into the room and you don't know what I'm talking about, there is a link below to Mr. DeCastro's channel. If you want to go take a look, Mr. DeCastro, Chilito to his mother and his friends, Chili to his legions of followers, his tens of thousands of followers who are depending on him to make me like a little bigger, since I'm just kind of talking right now, who are depending on him to overturn Terry. Or, I mean, I don't know what Terry ever did, but they want to overturn Terry, or maybe it's Terry versus Ohio. So anyhow, he goes on about that. He pretends that he's going to run for governor in a state somewhere. He pretends that he's a civil rights activist. He pretends that he is a producer and one-time actor. One-time successful actor. He pretends that he's an attorney. He pretends that he is intelligent. So many things he pretends, but it is obvious that he is none of these things. What he is a sociopathic asshole who likes to wish bone cancer on children, likes to go on YouTube and threaten violence against people simply for disagreeing with him. He likes to file lawsuits against people who disagree with him because he doesn't have the smarts to defend his position. And hey, Alshinia, welcome. Raccoon Mama, welcome. He had those neck hot dog rolls. All right, I need to get to watching Chilito. So anyhow, I think everybody in the room knows who he is. He does, the great man needs no further introduction, other than perhaps to say that he is also a Jewish Catholic whose family was on the Mayflower, but also discovered America, I think. What else? What else? Oh, yes, he knows cocaine traffickers, and he's, don't cross him or they'll come for you. He also has promised to sue me, although nothing has happened yet. So I've been very sad and feel left out. But, oh yes, and he was not touched by God. He was fingered by God. He is the self-declared most powerful force in the universe, and God reached out and fingered him and showed him that his mission was to be an asshole on YouTube or something like that. But he has apparently been shipped off to jail for being an asshole at police stops and for being an asshole in court. And that is what I am going to kind of watch and see if that's the case or not. Um, that question was somebody else because I have not watched either one. Um, I've been running around like a maniac for the last couple of weeks. I have not been sitting around and in my nice, comfy office and being able to watch, uh, YouTube. Although I don't really watch it so much as it's running in the background as background noise. Except I can no longer watch anything that has Chilito on it because even though I have a new main partner / coworker, just like the old one, this one cannot stand the sound of his voice and cannot stand the level of his idiocy. And so I've been threatened if she ever walks into our little corner of the universe and hears his voice, bad things will happen. So that's two now that will not let me watch Jose. And Monkey came in. Hey, Monkey, why were you censored? Where were you censored? I don't know. I don't think I censored you. In fact, I'm pretty sure I didn't censor you. Anyhow, our Nevada judges. Let's go there. And yeah, maybe you guys, if those of you who have seen this, you can, maybe tell me whether I should just fast forward past stuff. Oh, we have a gubernatorial candidate in our midst. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. He comes from immigrant stock. His name is Ficaroo. But yes, he is running for governor, or he will be governor. Probably governor, whenever state that Chilito does not win, or whatever states, because he's going to be running in all the states, and Ficaroo is going to be running in all the others. So there will be two governors of the United States by this time next year. That actually might be what happened. Chilito is so brilliant and so intelligent that he behaved like an absolute idiot in court. So he'd get put in jail, so he could be a martyr. So millions and millions of people would vote for him. Hundreds of millions would vote for him. You get the sympathy vote. And he will become the governor of at least 12 states. That's I think that would be the case. And yes, like Cap said, hit the like button like it annoys me. Please do. Anyhow, there is, man, oh, Jesus Christ, what is that haircut? Okay, well, case in chief. That must not be the first appearance. Well, oh, yeah, you guys can't see what I'm looking at, so let me share the screen again. Steve, I demanded you laugh at Chili celebrating his 50th birthday in prison. Well, turns out that he might not. I thought his birthday was April 1st. That's because that's a very fitting birthday. But apparently I got corrected. His birthday is September 11th. I mean, again, it's just as ironically fitting as April 1st for different reasons. And I need to, yes, I need to get up Ficaro's link to his website. He emailed it to me, but again, everything's been scattered the last many days, and hopefully they'll be calming down. Actually, hopefully this was the last crazy week in a while. We shall see. Meanwhile, here's our Nevada judges, and so I will put myself up there somehow here. eventually. There we go. And let me put up the link in case somebody else wants to come up. Oh, well, like I said in my Unsafe at Any Speed stream yesterday when I first heard the great news, if he gets out on August 3rd, that's going to be the earliest time, because there's no way in hell that he's going to be able to behave himself to get good time. Absolutely not. Maybe, I mean, I am a dunce, so I could be shocked. Maybe it was, like I said, a big act in court, so he can garner the sympathy vote. But City of Las Vegas. All right, so this was the beginning of the end that we're going to look at first here. And yeah, actually, Flycro reminded me. The reason I'm thinking the thing's going to start slowing down a bit is that I actually had a little breathing space at work today, and it struck me that there are going to be a lot of really poor, unfortunate souls out there. Yeah, see, this is when I started watching it. I tried to watch this, and I was threatened with bodily harm. But anyhow, so, and I realize there's a lot of people that are going to be just devastated because they cannot get proper instructions on how to go out and irritate cops. So I'm thinking I need to revise the Film the Police and Know Your Rights brochure and put one up in my store so they can come over to my page and buy a useless piece of paper. Except my useless piece of paper will not be giving them horrible, shitty advice like you get off the trifold and the cop card. So that's a project for maybe Thursday if things keep slowing down. Because I'm actually planning on just staying away from the building on Thursday, but we'll see. Oh wait, next Thursday. About next Thursday. But so maybe this Friday I will revise the. But yeah, Liz and Figaro are right. It's a beautiful site. He has my vote if he runs for governor here in Washington State. If that's one of the states he runs in. Six months is September. It is. Let's see. So it's March. It's 1 month. April 2, May 3, June 4, July 5, August 6. No, it's August, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think he's getting out in August. Anyhow, regardless, well, I guess that's right, isn't it? Okay, yeah. Well, I am not a genius like Jose. I am, in fact, admittedly quite stupid. And welcome, Something Awry. Happy you could stop in. So, and with no further ado, whatever, I am going to start watching the splendid reported fail out of Jose Maria DeCastro. If anybody wants to let me know whether I should just fast forward some bits of this, please speak up. Same thing with the much longer court hearing. But here we go.
the arraignment.
I got you.
And yeah,
Oh, Jose.
this is courtesy our Nevada judges. I think I put a link to their channel down below. So yeah, go check them out. They have all kinds of stuff, all kinds of neat cases that they're following. And I did notice that the Hilligus is back. So if you've been following that saga, go check that out too.
Castro? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm good, thank you. All right, Mr. DeCastro, this is an obstructing or falsifying charge. In this case 24-006842. Obviously, I'm going to ask you, you understand your proceedings are being filmed?
Of course.
Okay.
They're here because I'm here.
Right, okay, and just so that the record's clear, you have no objection to that?
Of course not.
Okay.
I would like the transparency. I
Oh,
appreciate
no, that's
it.
fine. I need to ask that. City, there's no other issues for you with respect to this being filmed? Okay. All right, Mr. DeCastro, did you get a copy of the complaint?
I did. Only question I have is who's the prosecutor? What's the prosecutor's name?
Well, let me ask a couple questions, and then we'll get into what your questions are. Did you review and understand this?
I don't understand it. I don't understand how I can be charged with obstruction for filming a cop.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Okay, for those in the audience that might not be fully aware of the stupidity of Jose, he was he was never accused of, quote, filming a cop. That has never been the case. So he's either congenitally stupid or he's, once again, just lying and thinking that people can't read records in front of them, including folks actually have gone to college and have graduated, unlike Chilito.
Make any sense to me.
So I'm asking a much more basic question.
Oh, and also for a law scholar, constitutional law scholar, and for a guy that is constantly suing people and in court, he appears to know absolutely nothing about court procedure, or he thinks, like so many other things, it doesn't apply to him.
And you do not have to agree with this. This is
Do I understand I'm in charge with the misdemeanor?
Yes.
I do understand I'm in charge
Okay,
with the misdemeanor.
that's literally it.
I have trial tomorrow for the exact same thing 1 year ago.
In this jurisdiction?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't want to get into any of that.
Sure.
Today, we're just here for purposes of this. It's a very procedural type of thing today for the arraignment. So you do understand what you got charged with. You do not have to agree with this. This is just an allegation.
So let's see. Alshinia says this is his first case. And then the second one is the trial for his other case in Nevada. Okay, of the videos. Same district, two different instances, but same stupidity, I think. So this is the one that he will have at the actual trial for on May 1st. He's wrong, two different jurisdictions on those cases. Yeah. Chilito's has an extensive criminal record, and he still doesn't understand courtroom etiquette and procedure. He just can't stop failing. Yes, well, that's what he does. He never stops. He never stops losing. He never stops failing.
So you don't need me to read it to you?
I don't.
Okay, very good. And are you planning on hiring an attorney to represent yourself?
I will have a standby attorney for this case.
You will have a standby
Yes.
attorney. Okay.
Because I think that I'm going to win this easy. It's on film, and I wasn't obstructing
God.
anybody.
All right, Mr.
Is this the prosecutor, Matthew
Okay,
D. Walker?
let me do my.
Oh, holy shit. Well, if he also did not have an attorney in his appearance that happened yesterday that got him thrown in the Hooskow, I think I know why he went to the Hooskow. Holy crap. Well,
My part first, and then we can get into what it is. So, because I need to know, are you proceeding on your own? Do you want to have an attorney? Because I will give you time to talk to an attorney on your own if that's the route that you would like to go.
I will have a standby attorney. for this case?
So typically, I would set this for a pre-trial to give you an opportunity to obtain discovery and for your attorney to find out whatever all is associated with this.
Sure.
So I can set that over for a pre-trial date to give you the opportunity to do that. Would you like to do that?
That'd be great.
Okay, and then what is it that you need to tell me without talking about the facts?
I just need to know if this is the prosecutor's name. Is that the person prosecuting, Matthew D. Walker?
Okay, Monkey, I will try to remember to do that. Sorry, don't know. I've been so absorbed with Chilito's stupidity. Maybe I missed something in the side chat. Let's see. Judge is so polite, keeping Cheech on topic. Yeah, it's actually interesting. So far, she's doing a pretty good job about not letting him run off with his bull crap. Did I just hear him say
That is a good question. I will tell you that the city attorney is Jeffrey Dorokat, and that's the person's name on the upper left-hand corner of the complaint. Matthew Walker is a deputy city attorney who actually prosecutes this case, depends on the office.
I'm going to sue him for malicious prosecution.
Okay.
I'm going to sue everybody involved. I'm going to sue the cops.
So,
I'm going to
Mr.
sue the
DeCastro,
county.
I appreciate you have an opinion. Today's just the
I
arraignment.
got you. I got you.
Saying all these things,
you're
we're
just-
here
you're
for
just
your
kidding.
misdemeanor case,
Sure.
okay?
But there's a bigger issue. There's transparency in the courtroom, which is the best thing that could possibly happen.
That's
Now the
fine.
people get to hear that I'm going to sue Jeffrey and I'm going to sue Matthew and I'm going to sue
So
every one
here's
of
what
those
we're not
cops.
gonna do, Mr. DeCastro. This is not going to be a personal pulpit for your, philosophical difference or belief. You have the media here, and that's fine. This is
Great.
an open court.
It's
But
great.
I don't want you to start saying things too far extraneous for purposes of this misdemeanor charge, because
Well-
that's what, no, do not interrupt me. Because that's what we're here for, okay? So here's the thing, I'm recording everything, and you need to be aware that that's a two-sided thing. You're representing yourself, so I'm having this conversation with you. All these statements that you're saying can also potentially be used against you because you're getting recorded. So just so you understand. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm
Does the-
assuming you're entering a not guilty plea,
Does the
correct?
misdemeanor carry jail time?
Possibly, yes.
Possible jail time. So you said a second ago that this is a misdemeanor case as though it's something minor, but I can be put in a dungeon and locked away.
Okay. In no way
So that's true.
did I imply that this was minor
Okay.
by
Yeah, it's a big
saying that it's a
It's a
misdemeanor.
big deal.
Okay,
Okay,
Mr.
thanks.
DeCastro, let's not get off on the wrong foot. I have my job to do, and I'm not trying to engage in a conversation that's adversarial with you today.
No, I'm not
I
trying to
would
either. I'm not trying. I like you a lot. I think you look.
Oh, I'm not trying to be adversarial, and yet he keeps interrupting her. He is condescending and just generally, being an asshole. Yeah, he's not trying to be confrontational. No, not at all. Oh, no.
Like a real nice person.
Okay.
I got nothing against you
So we're
personally.
gonna enter a not guilty plea
Thank
on
you.
your behalf
Thank
today. I'm gonna reset this for a pretrial. I do need to understand because you said you were gonna have standby.
Okay, he has an awful haircut, and his suit needs to be pressed. And yeah, somebody said that looked like he had stopped fasting. Yeah. Looks like he's trying to emulate me. I had no idea that I'd become such a model. And Surrender Monkey says, I can't count. Well, yeah, I can't count, but I will try to remember to fix your wrench later on. Raccoon Mama says, seriously, DeCastro just cannot muster respect for anyone. Thanks, Chili's mom. You really screwed everyone when it comes in contact. Yeah, I don't know. If you don't teach sociopaths coping skills early in life, they never learn them. They just get worse and worse, especially if they are low intelligent sociopaths like Mr. DeCastro. This was, this is eventually where it's going to end up. At least it hasn't been anything violent or anything. So.
Counsel, so are you going to represent yourself primarily, or do you want to have that conversation, come back with your attorney? Because there's certain procedural things I'll need to do to protect due process and your due process. If you want to go ahead and represent yourself.
Right. No, I'm going to have a standby attorney, and that has to do with a few different things. But I should probably consult with my attorney before I say anything, because it could be used against me later.
Absolutely, yeah, that's fine, and I would rather that you protect yourself because we're recording, and that is where I'm coming from and the kind of conversations and comments that I'm making to you today. So you are obviously entitled to represent yourself, that is your.
Does he do anything stupid here, or should I move on to the main event? Because he's already done plenty stupid. Don't see how he can top the first stupid, but maybe he can. But let me know. Yeah, and there's the shoulder pads.
Right, but let's do this, let's get you a pre-trial date, and that date, ordinary course, for private attorney will be
May 1st at 1:30.
May 1st at 1:30.
Mayday.
I think I have.
Do you need a different date?
I may. I may need a different date because I have a different thing in Indiana. I'm just not sure. Can I just look in my phone real
Of
quick
course.
at my calendar here? And Your Honor, I have absolutely nothing against you. I'm not in any way adversarial to you at
Okay,
all.
I'm glad to hear that, Mr.
I just,
DeCastro,
you know,
because we may be
yeah,
on this case
Yeah,
for
I
a
have
while.
nothing against
Okay.
you. I don't know you. You seem like a nice person to me. I couldn't possibly hold anything against you personally. So I'm just looking for the date that I have in Indiana. I sue lots of cops all around the country. I help sue lots of cops around the country if they violate people's rights. So I have a case in Indiana, but I'm just looking for the date. And that May 1st,
Yes, at 1:30.
can't talk.
Apparently, he fucked around so long that they cut for us. That was nice of them.
I'm in court.
And he's
The
texting,
judge is looking at me.
and he's reading out loud as he's texting. Oh my God!
Is it easier if I give you a different date and then you look at that?
Well, I'm just not sure if it's May 1st or June 1st. I'm just going to go there because I'm assisting with the financing of filing a federal civil rights lawsuit against these cops who arrested this man for filming cops. So I just want to make sure that I'm there when that happens. You know, it's a lot of work. So he's texting me back right now. I'll know the date in 1 second.
Okay,
I hate
I
to
see
waste
what you're
any. I hate to waste any of these people's time.
You're
at
not
all
wasting
whatsoever.
anyone's time.
I just want to make sure that, because then we have to reset it again. If it's possible for my attorney to be here and me not to be here,
Absolutely,
well, then we can set it for any date that's most
Okay.
convenient for the court.
that's fine. You
Cool.
will need to inform your attorney of that date, and then
Okay.
I'm sure they will know to appear for you. If nobody's there on that day, that would be a problem.
That would be a bad thing.
Right, so you would need to be here if in fact this is not your attorney that you're gonna hire, because then I need to figure out, do you need more time or?
No, I already have
what you
I already
decide?
have an attorney retained.
Okay, so we will keep the May 1st, 1:30 date for your standby attorney to appear for you, and you do not need to appear on that date as long as your lawyer is here.
What time is that at, man?
1:30 in the afternoon, and you are in Department 1, May 1st.
Department 1 at 1:30. Set.
Okay,
Thanks.
all right, I will
Thanks.
see you
I
next.
appreciate your
Attorney on
time.
that day, or just your attorney, Mr. DeCastro?
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, you too.
What is with that haircut? Holy crap! Is he taking fashion tips from Glenn Serio? I mean, he got the head fat rolls. He's got the absolutes. Holy crap. Oh. I don't know, Surrender Monkey. Because I say so. There you go. That's why. Well, between that ill-fitting suit, his fat head, yeah, I can see that. Oh, yeah. He will be looking natural. Au natural, Chilito. All right, so that's yesterday, the other day. Does he do anything on his way out? No, he does not. Okay. Excellent. So let's go to the main event. Where, like I said, I hear there was a sweetheart deal on the table, and he completely blew it out of the water. All right, so.
Your Honor, I call Jose DeCastro.
Holy crap, he's going to testify in his own defense?
Five.
Oh, that's not going to end well. Is that what got him thrown in jail? He tried to.
Morning, Agnes Patel.
Are you Mr. DeCastro? Can you turn off your phone, please? The one that's in your hand.
Just communicating with my lawyer. He's on his way here now. I'm just waiting for him to get
All right, I'm gonna wait for your attorney, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
Where was
Jose
mine?
DeCastro,
Anyway.
23CR013015.
Good morning, Your Honor. Agnes Patel, this case for the record.
Popcorn.
Good morning, Michael, me on behalf of the defendant's person with
My God.
So I have signed 2 meter requests that permit.
Thank you, our Nevada judges. So, was it you, Ashenia, that was, Al Shenia, that was, somebody was saying that it looked like he had another phone in his back pocket.
Recording or photographing these proceedings, but I have not granted any other requests to record or live stream these proceedings. So I need Mr. DeCastro and everybody else who wants to stay in the courtroom to surrender their phones, or you can leave.
Are your phone helping and I'll take one for you.
I need Mr. DeCastro to empty all of his pockets.
What's that?
Empty your pockets.
and give up your phones to the judge.
I have to give you my phones?
Yeah.
My phones have to be completely off.
I don't really want to be part of your YouTube channel. So,
You already are.
great,
You already are.
awesome.
I'm not gonna get into this guy though. I'll get into someone else. I'm
No,
not touching myself.
no, they're gonna go to my marshal.
Holy shit, we're off to a great start. Wow. And I like the, I don't know if it was the prosecutor, assistant prosecutor, her reaction says, no, get your obnoxious, slimy ass away from me. I'm not going to be pulled into your bull.
Helping and I'll take one for you.
I need Mr. DeCastro to empty all of his pockets.
What's that?
Empty your pockets and give up your phones to the judge.
I have to give you my phones?
Yeah.
My phones have to be completely off.
I don't really want to be part of your YouTube channel. So,
You already are.
great,
You already are.
awesome.
I'm not gonna get into this guy though. I'll get into someone else. I'm
No,
not touching myself.
no, they're gonna go to my marshal.
He's a pig.
Excuse me?
I
Wait,
said
what?
he's a pig.
Okay. So I'm not gonna permit you to speak to anybody in my courtroom in that manner.
Did he say what I think he said?
I'll get into someone else.
Sorry, guys,
I'm not
but
touching myself.
No, they're gonna go to my marshal.
He's a pig.
Excuse me?
I said he's a pig.
Okay.
wow.
So I'm not gonna permit you to speak to anybody in my courtroom in that manner. And if you don't want to apologize, I'm gonna hold you in contempt.
I apologize to the court, Your Honor.
No, you can apologize to, they've done nothing to you.
Actually, Your Honor, when you were here, you came over and gave me a directive for no reason, started telling me what to do.
Okay, well,
I have all the respect and love for the court. I follow the rule of law all the time.
Ah,
no, it is their job to maintain the safety and security of the courtroom.
I agree with you, Your Honor.
So if you want to speak like that in my courtroom, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. And if I hold you in contempt, you're going to jail. That is not my wish. Okay?
I wish you good.
All right. So I need you to empty your pockets too. Suit pocket, pants pocket.
This is illegal. This is a violation of my Fourth Amendment.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. I don't have any recording devices on me. What are you talking about?
How about suit jacket?
I don't have anything on me. This is preposterous.
No, it's
This
not.
really is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Mr. Me, your phone too.
They're recording everything.
They have a media request.
Right, and I'm not recording anything. Your guy here took my phone, so he's on his phone's not on.
Right.
You can take the lawyer's phone too.
No, I'm not gonna take the lawyer's phone. He's an officer of the court. All right, do we have everybody's phones? Are they off? All right, good. All right. All right, this is the time set for the trial of State of Nevada versus Jose DeCastro, 23 CR 013015. Is the state ready to proceed?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
How many witnesses do you have?
We anticipate one.
All right, is the defense ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I have your request to convert counsel to standby counsel. I'm going to deny that request. Either you represent him or he should have previously requested a Feretta canvas to represent himself. That I just consider that a delay tactic, so that request is denied. Are you ready to proceed? Otherwise, I'm assuming you are.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, will the state please call the first witness?
Yes, Your Honor. The state calls Brandon Ford, and he's in the anteroom.
ah. Fork.
Wear a uniform.
Yes, I do.
Can you describe the uniform?
It would be the same uniform I'm wearing today.
Okay, so for the record, you're wearing a tan uniform with the logos, like Vegas Metropolitan Police Department.
So this was the first officer on scene when Chilito decided to insert himself into a traffic stop. This was the guy doing the traffic stop. Chilito got up there, behaved like a jackass, and eventually got himself arrested for obstruction. And if you've seen the body cam footage, and by the way, Cap, do you still have that edited version up on your channel where you put all the angles together? I mean, that was you that did that, right? You edited them all so we could see all the action as it was happening from all the different angles. Yeah, see, this is why I just kind of gave a quick summary, because I'm gonna assume that this guy, based on his interactions with Chilito, and I think I saw him at one of the preliminary hearings or somewhere, that he's just going to be straightforward and calm and professional. So I think we can skip him. Yes, no, what do you guys think? And yep, Raccoon Mama says exactly what I would expect. And did I just summarize his testimony? I was engaged in a traffic stop. DeCastro came up, claimed he was press. I asked him to step back to give the driver privacy. He decided to get uppity and behave like an asshole and not back off. And then he also decided to swing at me. Oh, God. So whether it would be Chilito or an attorney interrogating the police officer, it will be the same level of morality. Okay. I'm not going to believe Cap either, Surrender Monkey. What I say goes. Kind of like Jose Maria DeCastro. Well, he's been knocked off the perch. I am now the most powerful force in the universe. So there. Ha.
Driver of the vehicle in the Hyundai.
Approximately somewhere within 5 to 10 feet.
Okay. And you indicated that he was recording. What did you
Yes.
see that led you to believe he was recording?
He had his cell phone camera pointed directly at me.
Okay. And so is that when, upon seeing him being that close to the driver, is that when you told him, you walked up to the driver of the stopped vehicle and asked Mr. DeCastro to back up?
Yes, once he started talking with the driver.
Okay. And why is it that you did that, officer?
Well, I can't have unrelated people next to my traffic stops. I don't know if he's a dangerous person, armed. He could be a boyfriend of the stopped person. It's for my safety and the safety.
Yeah, actually, what I think is funny is that his Chilito's defense is always, "Oh, I don't have a weapon on me. I'm not carrying anything illicit." Okay, if you did have a weapon on you, what do you think you'd say when being confronted with someone that's going to take you away? You'll say you don't have a weapon or drugs on you, you jackass. But yeah, this guy seems to be, so far, the random stuff I've heard, it's exactly what happened on that day. Unlike Chilito's story, which doesn't match the video footage.
And Your Honor, we're gonna be screen sharing through Zoom.
Oh. Well, I'm going to make a wild guess that when Jose is testifying his own defense, he will admit to all sorts of crap that he shouldn't. But I could be wrong.
Officer, are you able to see?
Maybe he's not
there's
as dumb
a
as I'm
screen
giving
over
credit
there,
to
So I
you.
might have to bring mine over to you, with the board's permission. Okay.
What's this? Oh, boring. Oh, they're watching the video. Yeah, that's exactly true. He was doing all kinds of reaching, and I was afraid for little Chilito. By the way, we're not having any echo problems or anything, are we? Am I coming through clear? Is the video coming through clear? Okay, there's me.
Question here is whether or not these commands are reasonable. I think that has to be based on his past experiences and training.
Sustained.
During this traffic stop in particular, what specific factors led you to believe there might be a danger to officer safety?
Based on his proximity to my driver, based on his demeanor being argumentative, based on his physical demeanor, his veins were popping out of his neck as he was yelling at me.
Yeah, true.
You can see his veins popping out of his neck from your back where your vehicle is.
When I was at the driver's side window, I could see that, but not in my car.
So when you see him walking out from your car, what is your specific concern regarding officer safety at that point in time?
Well, it's my safety and the
Okay,
safety of
that's
the
on
driver. I don't know who.
And Raccoon Mama, thank you for stopping by. It's always good to see you. Appreciate you coming by. And You are seen, Carrie. You are heard. See you later. See you later, Raccoon Mama.
Who this person is. I've never met him before. He could be peaceful, he could be violent, I just don't know. There's so many unknown factors. And I also have a responsibility to protect that driver. If I were in that driver's position, I wouldn't want to be approached by some random person recording me, interviewing me.
Did you ever ask the driver their opinion about whether they wanted him there or not?
No, my first
That's
step was,
relevance.
Sustained.
Was your primary concern speaking to the driver or him not backing up allegedly?
my primary concern was safety. I don't know if he was armed or what his intention was.
Do you presume someone is armed and dangerous just because they're in public?
I can't rule out that he's unarmed.
Well, at least it's not shitty Wi-Fi.
But you had no reason to believe he was armed on this occasion.
Wait, it is shitty Wi-Fi. Works in the toilet. I got that joke backwards.
No, nobody had told me he was armed, and I didn't see any weapons visible, but he was wearing clothing that could have easily concealed weapons.
Was he though? Was he wearing clothing that easily concealed weapons? Wasn't he wearing that that jacket looked like he borrowed it from the Golden Girls? Well, I guess he could have been hiding a weapon in there. Why am I defending
So
Chilito?
when you first came upon the scene, you were in your vehicle typing on your computer, is that correct?
Yes,
And what were you doing in relation to that traffic stop that point in time?
conducting a background check to see if her license was valid, to see if she had any criminal history to help.
Okay, we all know this story, right? Do we want to watch me answer or ask questions and be objected to?
Make my
Or should
decision
we
whether
skip?
to warn her or
Chilito.
issue citation.
You stated your belief that the driver was entitled to privacy,
I did say that.
and what do you mean by that?
Instead of continuing to give him commands to back up, I said something different to try and help him understand. That she's really not entitled to privacy, but she's entitled to safety.
So your explanation is that you said that because you were just trying to convince him to back up, not because you believed.
Yes, if I continue to give the command to back up and he's not listening, I can't expect something different to happen if I just keep saying back up.
In your police report, do you recall referencing the fact that he
Steve,
had
more
two
chili.
notices?
Well, more pork. So, should we skip pork and go to chili? We have it. One more. Give it another moment to have someone else vote. I think I'm going to interpret Carrie's vote as wanting more chili. So less Bork and me. Not me, but me. Not me, Steve, but lawyer me. that answers one mystery. ZXL. Okay, I'm assuming that's skipping past me here is what that means. Oh my God, look at him. Jeez. Oh my gosh. All right. I know I'm not one to talk about someone else's appearance, but holy sheesh. For someone who is so arrogant and self-absorbed as Chilito, oh my, does he look terrible.
During the interaction.
Ask and answer.
Sustain.
No further questions, Your Honor.
You redirect.
No.
Thank you, officer. You may step down.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Stand by the ante-room.
See,
Is the state rest?
this
At this point, we do.
crank
Does
is
the
either.
defense have any witnesses?
Your Honor, I call Jose DeCastro.
Oh, here we go. This is not going to end well.
Raise your right hand, please, one time, quick. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Please be seated.
Mr. DeCastro, before you testify, I'm obligated to inform you that you have the right to testify in this proceeding, but you also have the right to remain silent. And should you choose to remain silent, I may not hold that against you in making my decision. Do you understand that?
I do.
Do you still wish to testify?
Yes, I do.
All right, please go ahead.
You have a YouTube channel?
So we've got modern day Chilito and headshot Chilito on the same screen. Oh, how the mighty have bloated.
Yes, I do.
Can you give some insight into what that channel was about?
Objection, relevance.
What's the relevance?
Your Honor, the relevance is that we're presenting a First Amendment defense, and the defendant is a member of the press. There's different standards for First Amendment rulings where there's public policy at issue. He can give insight into that.
I'm gonna allow
Yeah, I
it
totally
for
forgot
a
about
bit and
that.
see where it goes.
Liz, anybody want to come up?
Yes, I do have I
There you
do have
go.
a YouTube channel, and the reason I have a YouTube channel is because of how many cops kill people every year, how many cops hurt, maim, torture, rape, and kill people every single year.
Really? Whenever I see people streaming stuff off his channel, it seems like it's there to hawk badly designed, useless crap like a quote indestructible trifold. Hey Liz, welcome.
Hello, Steve. How are you? Hi,
I am doing okay.
everyone. Okay, you got to keep going with this part. You'll giggle.
With the what?
You got to keep going with this part. You'll giggle.
It's such an epidemic that the rest of the world, I get thousands of emails saying, only in America does this happen. I started filming cops because when I was cheated in 2002 and
Objection at this point, relevance,
well, this is the British freedom member of the press.
this narrative,
So can you ask him a question?
Yes, Your Honor. What type of films do you make for your YouTube channel?
I only film
Told
police
you.
in their official capacity. I'm known across the country and across the world.
And why do you engage in that type of film?
So I'm gonna ask you, Mr. Mead, to direct your questions about the incident in question.
The reason I was filming Mr. Borth that day,
objection, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry.
So
There wasn't a question posed, so.
Oh, I-
not sure what it's-
Mr. DeCastro, on the day in question, why did you approach that vehicle?
I was filming that cop because that's what I do for a living. I am a member of the press. And I invoked my right to be press. I always invoke my right to
Oh, what just happened?
be press within the first 10 seconds of engaging with police. And I found
Okay, I have to give my obligatory. He is not press. I was press. He is not, never has been, never will be press. God damn.
thousands of videos to prove this.
You have the pause button
This is how you make money.
screen grabs tonight.
This is not how specifically I make money. I make money from selling legal documents to people.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you recall the officer telling you to back up?
Yes, I do.
And what did you do after he told you to back up?
I took a couple steps back. I just showed him that I was willing to back up a little bit. However, if I may, in Arizona, they created a 10-foot law.
Objection, relevance, we're not in Arizona, it's the state of Nevada.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna allow it because I think that goes to why he kept saying 10 feet in the video, even though, I will take judicial notice that you're not in the state of Arizona, you're in the state of Nevada.
Well, a federal judge struck it down, Your Honor, and
Ladies and gentlemen,
Strike
you're-
like 100 on that. He has talked back to this judge how many times now?
Yeah. It's getting increasingly clear why it is that the sweetheart deal that I've heard about is not going to be ultimately available, although I'm sure he screws up even more here. But ladies and gentlemen, your constitutional law scholar, he does not appear to understand that each state is sovereign and there are different laws in different states under the federal constitution.
Stop. Can you ask him a question?
Yes,
What was
Your
that face?
Honor. Approximately how many feet did you back up?
I backed up a foot or two. I was at least 10 feet away from that car that the driver was pulled over in.
And when you spoke to the driver, what did you say?
Just after she was okay. The reason I phoned police is because they abuse people so often.
Do you recall the officer telling you not to speak with the driver?
Yes,
And did you make any statements to the driver after that command was given?
absolutely not.
Did the officer ever give you a specific distance to back up to?
No, he didn't.
If he did, would you have complied with that?
Sure.
Did you believe you were complying with the officer's commands?
100%. I also informed him I'm a member of the press, I'm a constitutional law scholar, that this is what I do.
Go out and be an asshole.
Do you recall the officer explaining to you why he decided to arrest you?
There's several parts to the reason why he said he was gonna arrest me. He said he was gonna arrest me because I wouldn't turn my head a certain direction. If I didn't turn and face the car with my head, that he would place me under arrest instead of just giving me a ticket.
Do you recall him explaining why he decided to detain you before he arrested you?
He decided to obtain me because he said I was obstructing, which from my understanding is a physical act where I would have to get in the way. He said that the driver deserves privacy. I believe my First Amendment rights are not up for feelings.
There we go. Let's hear the answer.
No, because they're in two separate locations. Joseph Amico, Vegas Valley cop watcher, is up in Northern California at Hurlong, and Chili DeCastro is in Clark County Metropolitan Jail. So, yeah, no. Maybe when they get out, though, they might, they might hook up. That might be. God, can you imagine those two together, though? Ugh, yeah.
Now that I didn't know who Joey Amico was until you until you used his
Shared.
his superhero name or however you want to describe that.
I think I shared a couple of videos and stuff with you too when I emailed you.
Oh, let's go back and take a look at that. Actually, yeah, I'll have to go back and look at that again.
And to ZXL, the press I agree with Steve on. The 8-foot law was struck down by the federal, but they actually turned that back into officer discretion then. So instead of just having a standard foot long rule. And I actually think that should be, I think the courts and everybody else should come together and kind of make a standard guideline for that. It'd be easier.
Yeah. Yeah, can't really argue with that.
Gary, who's having sex? What? Oh, Joey Amico and Chili DeCastro.
Yeah. Surrender
It's
Monkey
only
is
pen pal for now.
is having fantasy over there. It seemed like, or something. Oh my! Look at him.
Did he explain to you that the basis of your detention was related primarily to the issue of privacy or the issue of you backing up?
Well, I think from the officer's testimony, we can see that he's scared of the driver, scared of me, scared of everything. They teach them to.
Again, he does not seem to understand. Well, okay.
Be afraid of everything. So I had 2 cameras out. It's identified as a member of the press. I'm sorry, repeat the question. I want to get it specific for the record.
Sure. The question was, did the officer explain to you that the basis of your detention was because of you not backing up or because of the privacy issue of the driver?
It was both. He said that, he told me to back up. I backed up a little bit. Then he said, she deserves privacy. And then I told him to go get in your car, little doggy, and write your ticket. And at that point, his face turned bead red and his veins in his neck stuck out because we were over 20 feet away. And you had to holler to hear each other because the wind was probably 30 miles an hour.
Okay. So Liz, you were saying farts earlier, not part?
Oh, no. There are somebody along the video somewhere in here, a couple of people have pointed out some noises that could be somebody farting. Other people are saying that it could be like one of the chairs moving. I mean, take it as you will.
Okay, well let's see if I notice.
Did you at any point attempt to hit any of the officers involved?
No, absolutely not.
Did you intentionally swat any of the officers?
Absolutely not. He was giving me unlawful commands. I should not have been detained after identified as a member of the press. If he ever reached a hand out towards me, I wrestle and teach MMA and I have for 30 years. So it's just a natural reaction as I'm retreating from somebody. If I may have put my hand up, as he said, as he testified.
Wait, do we have to add MMA master to his resume of accomplishments?
Yes, but when he is running away from somebody, all we hear is go, 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 go.
Yeah.
What
Go
was
dark.
he saying for when he ran away from Dan and the
Gotta
guy
go
in the
dark.
white hat?
Yeah, gotta go dark.
Gotta go dark, yeah. He's gotta go dark with this officer now.
Yeah. I mean, ultimate keyboard warrior, this one.
Well, we were talking about this earlier. A standard parking space dimension is 9 foot wide by 18 foot long. There is no way that he was well over 10 feet from that car.
Right.
I think that is just, it's like, dude.
Yeah, he's even when watching video, he's in his own universe and doesn't see what actually is in front of him. Is what it seems like to me.
You'll see as you progress in this, you'll see it gets better.
Oh, okay. And Carrie says it's not just me that heard the farts. Okay. And Bork asked him to go to his car, all despite he had not moved. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. Chili was full body length away, so about 3 to 4 feet. Well, Chili thinks he's 6 feet tall, so that could be, well, I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to have to, now that you said that, I'm going to have to go look from when Bork was sitting in that chair to when Chili's sitting in that chair. How much of a difference of them sitting in the chair is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Myself, I certainly am a law-abiding citizen. I don't break the law. So I would not have tried to assault an officer under any circumstances.
Is it possible that during the interaction, there was inadvertent contact between you and the officer?
Sure, he decided to go hands-on with me when he was giving me unlawful commands. And there was absolutely no reason for it. I was willing to comply with anything he asked within reason, because I don't want to have a fist fight with another man on the street.
Do you recall the officer ordering you to go to his patrol vehicle?
I do.
And what did you do in response to that?
Initially, I told him no, but then when he began to get physical with me and start to grab me and touch me, I said, okay, I'll go over to your car. His car was 35 feet away. I then led him to his car. It's on video, you can see it. I walked right up to his car, and then he insisted still on grabbing me. After he saw me pull out an additional phone, which that's what press people do. We have lots of cameras on us.
And did you inform the officer that you were?
Actually, again, I've been out of the game for a very long time, but wouldn't press people actually have these things that are called, oh, I don't know, cameras? Cameras, right? People still use cameras. Yes, no?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody?
Oh, they have the big shoulder rigs still.
Yeah.
Okay, when Officer Bork is getting on the stand, when he actually enters in, his waist is right at the top bar as he's entering. When they actually go to him sitting, he's probably a good foot taller than Chili at least.
So let's see.
So-
There's Bork, right? And there's the clock on the wall. Can get a similar picture with Chilito.
Yeah, and it's way
Oh.
pulled out on Bork because he is so much taller than Chili.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, we can't even get the clock in the shot. And it's consistently there. Yeah. Yeah, I think Mr. DeCastro might be fibbing on his jail intake documents and other
Remember
paperwork.
to press?
Oh, several times. It's in the transcripts. I've transcribed them myself several times. I told him I'm a member of the press.
No, you're not.
And did you explain to the officer that you have a background in constitutional law?
Yes, I told him I'm a constitutional law scholar, which was a moniker given to me by other people who are also, they have their own channels, their own press. And that's what some other lawyers on another channel called me 3 years ago.
Other lawyers, is he referring to Michael Me, or is he slipping into his fake lawyer mode?
Nobody can figure this out. 3 years ago, who was he debating that would have called him this? I think it wasn't until what, early 2022 when Team Skeptic did the debate with him, and none of them called him a constitutional law scholar.
Yeah. Gosh.
Does
Someone was-
anybody have that old information? Was he calling himself law scholar in early 2021 when he? I'm now curious.
Yeah, he had that big thing on the wall he was doing, but
Glober Mom, where are you? We need you.
yeah. Oh, Carrie, well, maybe Merb maybe called him that.
Merv didn't
Merv
get
did.
involved until after Masshole.
Oh, okay. He misspoke when he said he's a constipated lol scholar. Yeah. Yeah, I actually don't know. I also am completely oblivious to early Chilito. He only came on my radar when he started threatening to sue people for disagreeing with him. I hate people who, and that's not too strong a term, who try to silence others just for speaking out against you. Cannot stand people like that. So therefore, the more I saw this guy, the more I came to dislike him. That, and he never did sue me, and I never got my 1,000 views for supporting him. So all of those are reasons. Since you discovered Dick Face, it looks like a troll doll, even more so than ever with this. It's not even really new, is it? But God, why?
Oh my God, you just said that and now I can't unsee it. Does he sit over the top of a pencil?
Maybe.
I can't unsee the troll. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see what else we have here.
And I since adapted the moniker.
just to get some, I guess, further background, were you looking for police to report on this particular day?
No, there's the cops hide on the side of the road to pull people over. It's pretty regular in our country. I was just in the parking lot there. I saw that Mr. Bork had somebody pulled over, concerned for her safety. I began to film.
And why do you think that law enforcement traffic stops are relevant to the public?
That's where most people get killed.
Objection relevance,
Stay,
that question, who's just right?
stay,
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
stay.
I have no questions for this witness.
Thank you, sir. You may step down. This is Fed Trust.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, any argument by the state?
All right, let's see.
This man has no clue about the statistics for. Oh my
Think,
god.
Right, yeah. It's,
that law enforcement traffic stops are
let's see.
relevant to the public.
Compare
That's where
to
most people get killed.
Objection relevance,
Stay,
that question, who's just right?
stay,
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
stay.
I have no questions for this witness.
Thank you, sir. You may step down.
All right,
This is Fed Trust.
Yes, Your Honor.
so there we go. So there we have Chilito next to the stand.
Wait. He's on the step still. Go forward just a second.
right.
All right.
There you go.
There we go. All right, let's see. Let's look at Bork.
So it's almost like nipple level
Bork.
for chili. See when did they show him get off the stand?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see, because I was skipping.
I that's what I've got it up over here on my screen too to try to figure out timestamps.
Ah, perfect. Thank you.
I'll keep looking and let you know.
Come on, Bork. Well, he's full of hot air, Surrender Monkey. He is.
Morning.
You're gonna remain standing, would you like to please sworn in?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please be seated, state your name for the record, and spell it first and last name, please.
It's Brandon Bork.
About
Yes,
1:12:24.
He is a little man.
You can see Bork come off the stand. So that rail is about Chili's nipple height. Bork has got a good at least 8 inches over that.
No further questions, Your Honor.
You redirect.
No, thank you.
Thank you, officer. You may step down.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Stand by the end, please.
It's a state rest.
Yeah.
At this point, we do.
This is Fed having witnesses.
Your Honor, I call those.
Now I'm gonna go look for little people standing next to him and stuff to get heights.
All right, let's not subject ourselves to that again.
You think that law enforcement traffic stops are relevant to
He was trying to determine whether he was going to cite her or let her go with a warning.
Here's the
And then
next.
disputed by the defendant, what the context was of the interaction with the officer. I would venture to say that had the defendant just complied with the original order to not engage with the driver and to back up, we wouldn't be here. He wouldn't have found himself further engaging with Officer Bork. This is not a First Amendment issue. As you heard over and over and over again on video, Officer Bork did not have a problem with the defendant recording. It's not a First Amendment issue, it's an officer safety issue. Here, you have an officer who conducted a lawful traffic stop. You saw the nature of the stop. There was no animosity between the officer and the driver. It was rather peaceful. They were engaged, banter back and forth. He would have, as he testified, he was trying to determine whether he was going to cite her or let her go with a warning. And then you have an individual, the defendant, introduce himself to a situation. Traffic stops, Your Honor, are inherently dangerous, particularly in crowded parking lots. I guess anywhere, I would venture to say. This officer was reasonable in thinking that anyone who would approach in the manner that the defendant approached his scene would have a reason to fear for his safety, or at least be suspicious of this individual's motives coming in. The officer had no problem with the recording. The officer had no problem with the defendant observing. It was when he inserted himself into this lawful detention.
Cameraman's been drinking. Let's see. That's what I thought I saw. Yep. That's yes, that's true, Governor.
Tension that was occurring with the Hyundai driver, that the officer turned his attention onto the defendant. This is not a First Amendment issue. This is an individual who took what he perceived to be his rights too far. The officer was well within his right, as well as acting reasonably when he asked him to back up. That 21-foot rule, it's appropriate. He said that was the training that they received in terms of the distance that's allowed for someone who needs to do them harm. It's a threat assessment. We don't know when the defendant approached whether he had a gun concealed, whether he had a knife concealed, whether he had other weapons. And you'll hear multiple times in the video, Officer Bork yelling, "Stop reaching, stop reaching." This is an unknown, when defense counsel asked Officer Bork all of these questions about how it is that you do this, and Officer Bork kept responding, it depends on the situation, it depends on the totality of the circumstances. Here was an officer acting alone, individually, engaged one-to-one with a driver. He had no problem with it. You insert another individual who enters the scene in the manner that the defendant did. And now this officer's attention is going to be divided. He had every reason to fear for his safety as well as that of the driver. Again, if he had just complied with the officer's commands or demands to back up, and a lot was made about, hey, he didn't have an opportunity to tell the defendant exactly how far back. As the officer testified, even just with the, hey, back up, the defendant.
Actually, that made me think, Smarter Monkey. I noticed this last night and then totally forgot about it today. That Chilito had, I guess, predictions for how this was going to turn out on his channel. So maybe I'll have to hop over there and see what he has to say. Probably should have done that first rather than gone straight to this. But I guess it'll be even sweeter to watch him be braggadocious when we know what happens.
And it didn't back up, not willingly. That's why the officer had to continue to engage with him and force him into the situation.
Yeah.
Had he complied, he would not have been charged with obstruction. Had he complied initially, he would not have been charged with the resisting. The officer was, you are going to have to assess credibility. There's nothing in the video or Officer Bork's testimony that would cause the court to question his veracity or his intention for that matter. He was very honest in that he didn't believe the defendant wasn't trying to harm him necessarily with the SWAT. That's why the defendant wasn't charged with a battery on a protected person or police officer. But that SWAT, Your Honor, I would argue, was meant to resist. At that point in time, the officer was trying to detain him and subsequently arrest him on the obstruction as depicted in the video. And so at this point, I think we proved by beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant did hinder Officer Bork's investigation and detention of the Hyundai driver, and that he resisted the officer's arrest and or attempt to arrest him. And so we would ask that you find the defendant guilty of both.
Great, thank you. Ben?
And excuse me, Dick
Bag.
Oh, holy crap!
Dick Bag Patrol.
Bag Patrol will be also live tonight with a celebratory stream. So, yeah, I'll probably have to watch the replay, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed for for a little bit of quiet time so I can drop in on some of these celebrations. Let's see. Yeah, his bad men everywhere defense isn't that successful. Nope, sure isn't. Women tend to watch other women's lips when they speak. We're mostly safe to relax around. Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
women aren't usually threatened by women unless it's for some things. It's not like we have to worry about a woman really attacking us, so we're safe to watch them speak.
Oh.
Whereas men, we kind of have to watch their eyes and gestures and whether it be predatorial or aggressive or any of those things.
Oh, interesting. That's actually never occurred to me, but I'll have to start watching my coworkers and friends a little more closely. And yes, Cap, Englishing is hard. Wording is hard. Keyword being watching, which this judge is not in the least. Okay. Let's see how she. Let's see with me, not me, but me. Yeah, I'm gonna be the joke.
Yes, Your Honor. So first of all, you cannot obstruct an unlawful order. I disagree with the state that this is not a First Amendment issue. The First Amendment in this context actually has two parts. There's the filming and the right to film within a reasonable distance. The case law in all the federal circuits, Your Honor, there's no 21 feet rule that's been approved by any court of which I'm aware. That there is a 10-foot rule. That seems to be the rule that is applied by most of the federal circuits in interpreting the First Amendment. I submitted a bench brief that kind of goes through that issue, if the courts had a chance to review that.
I don't have that. When did you submit it?
It was submitted yesterday, Your Honor.
I mean, at this point, I would move to strike because it's untimely.
Yeah.
But,
Actually, me seems badly prepared. Frankly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he started off with coming up with the paper and lawyers really shouldn't. You shouldn't bring anything up in front of you and then the arm crossing and the extra motions. Yeah, I think she put him off here when yeah.
Yeah.
Just watch her face. Watch your face.
I got it this morning when I walked into court.
Go ahead.
So the officer's testimony that there's essentially this 21-foot distance where anybody can charge an officer and cause physical harm to an officer, if that is applied universally, Your Honor, it totally diminishes and violates the First Amendment. That is, as the officer testified, a 21-foot radius that he can attempt to impose. I believe his testimony was anytime there's not an obstacle between a person and somebody that law enforcement is interacting with. And that's just not what the law requires, Your Honor. The First Amendment gives their media, new media, old media, it gives individuals the right to film government agents. There's no dispute that that's the requirement. And if the officer is applying this 21-foot circumference to all law enforcement interactions, he's effectively eliminated the ability to film law enforcement going about their.
Actually, no, he's not. Most cameras have a zoom function that works well beyond 21 feet, but
Kath, this attorney, me, was hired like back in December for all of this case.
Mhm.
He has attended everything since he's been hired. He was not standby counsel. That was a last minute, which got rejected here. Him trying to substitute out me, and it was quashed. So.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Their duties. The commands to not talk to the driver are also not based on any actual legal justification. There's no right to privacy in public, whether you're engaged with law enforcement or not. There's no requirement or no statute, no law that citizens can't interact with drivers that are interacting with law enforcement. So what's taken place here, Your Honor, is that this officer has taken it upon himself to essentially act as the legislature and created these rules that have no basis in any law, and in fact are contrary to the First Amendment. Again, you can't obstruct an unlawful demand, so there is no obstruction of justice here. Resisting arrest, Your Honor, the court can see the video. Essentially what happened is he walked over to the front of the vehicle. There was some dispute about why he was being detained. That was discussed. The case law in that area, Your Honor, is that if it's an unlawful arrest, which it was in this case because they're essentially arresting him for violating these unlawful orders that they're pronouncing. Again, the case law is you can passively resist an unlawful arrest, and that's all that occurred at the time. Thank you.
All right, Mr. DeCastro, please stand. The problem with
Yeah, and I think that maybe one of the prosecutors noticed that she had sort of tuned out, because when the judge started, writing and looking down, she started looking over at the other table. So, yeah, I think you're right, Alshinia. But then I also wonder whether her decision wasn't made a while back. Not, before she walked into the courtroom, but during testimony. Oh, so there we have DeCastro's back. And let's see. Actually, oh yeah. The rest in peace thing, Surrender Monkey, she's the one that posted the death announcement. I didn't post her death announcement. She posted her death announcement. Oh, they're private chats that I missed. Oh, okay. Let's see, Marshall. Yeah.
Oh, that's my notes back here.
Yep. I see him now.
I'm working on things over here.
Yep. Now I see. So yeah, that's actually something that is worth pulling out too. Yeah. Okay. Carry on. So where is this cell phone lump?
At the very beginning, 0.29 seconds in, or 29 seconds in, I should say. You can actually see the marshal pointed out at the very beginning. But you want to listen to the end of this.
The cell phone lump?
We can go back for that. In the courtroom. Yeah. In the courtroom, there is a sign.
Oh, yeah. But Alshinia is saying that we can see a cell phone or something in Chilito's back. And I'm just wondering if, since we have such a nice shot of his hefty form, I don't see it. I see a wrinkled suit coat. Anyhow, yes, let you're right. Let's hear the end of this. The glorious end, apparently.
the argument that your attorney makes is it completely fails to consider the safety of the officer and the safety of the driver. The officer doesn't know who you are, and the driver doesn't know who you are. And you don't have any right to interfere with that officer doing his investigation and deciding if he wants to issue a ticket to this driver. And you also don't have any business approaching the driver. The driver didn't ask you for help. The driver didn't say, help, You didn't see an altercation happening between the officer and this driver. The officer didn't protest that you were filming. There's no problem with filming. You can film, it's fine, all right? But you did interfere with his investigation. You did interfere with his ability to do his job. You did put him in a position where he is concerned for his safety and the safety of the driver. So I believe the state's met their burden beyond a reasonable doubt and going to find you guilty of obstructing a public officer and resisting a public officer. So I'd like to hear from the state and then your attorney prior to sentencing.
Your Honor, in terms of sentencing, I would ask the defendant enter and complete an impulse control class. I would ask that the court lobby a $500 fine or the equivalent in community service. I would ask that the defendant be ordered to stay out of trouble for the pendency of the case. And I would ask for a 90-day suspended sentence. And that's on as to each count to one concurrent.
What was that first thing?
$500 fine?
No, there was one before that, I thought. Something before that.
But you did interfere with his investigation. You did interfere with his ability to do his job. You did put him in a position where he is concerned for his safety and the safety of the driver. So I believe the state's met their burden beyond a reasonable doubt and going to find you guilty of obstructing a public officer and resisting a public officer. So I'd like to hear from the state and then your attorney prior to sentencing.
Your Honor, in terms of sentencing, I would ask the defendant enter and complete an impulse control class. I would ask
Enter and complete the impulse control.
An impulse control class.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, although it's probably at least 35 years too late for him to begin such a regimen. Oh, crap. Hey, I'm Law Talk with Mike. I just, or who, is that Colin that keeps doing that? There's one of those two that keeps hitting the wrong button, screwing up the video that they're trying to run. I'm like big time now. Yay.
Your Honor, in terms of sentencing, I would ask the defendant enter and complete an impulse control class. I would ask that the court lobby a $500 fine or the equivalent in community service. I would ask that the defendant be ordered to stay out of trouble for the pendency of the case. And I would ask for a 90-day suspended sentence. And that's on as to each count to one concurrent.
That would be a Chilito win right there. It would be a win for the world because maybe he wouldn't learn something from that class.
That's our request.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, I'm asking the court to sentence the defendant to credit for time served for these offenses. Even if the court concludes, and the court did conclude that he didn't have the right to do what he did, I think the court can see that he sincerely believed that he had the right to do so. That's based on his past experiences and the training he's received in reference to the First Amendment. I don't think there's any intent from the defendant to engage in any wrongdoing in this case, Your Honor. And that being the case, especially because of the public policy interests at issue.
So when you say he doesn't wish to engage in any wrongdoing, it seems to me from observing him in the video that he wants this. He wants to get arrested. He wants to get into an altercation with police officers. He welcomes this. This helps his YouTube channel. He called the officers here in my courtroom today pigs. He called and he's nodding his head up and down. So apparently he hates every law enforcement officer in the United States. All right. Please stand up, sir. Are you finished with your request for credit for time served?
I would just.
Oh my God.
That he had the right to do so. That's based on his past experiences and.
I'm understanding more why this attorney is like this. I think it's because he's become aware that he has an idiot for a client, and whatever he does, it's going to be hopeless and pointless. And all he get out of this is money, if he'll be able to get that out of this particular potato sitting here. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that he is maybe regretting some of his life choices. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, money is money, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know.
The training he's received in reference to the First Amendment, I don't think there's any intent from the defendant to engage in any wrongdoing in this case, Your Honor. And that being the case, especially because of the public policy interests at issue.
So when you say he doesn't wish to engage in any wrongdoing, it seems to me from observing him in the video that he wants this. He wants to get arrested. He wants to get into an altercation with police officers. He welcomes this. This helps his YouTube channel. He called the officers here in my courtroom today pigs. He called and he's nodding his head up and down. So apparently he hates every law enforcement officer in the United States. All right, please stand up, sir. Are you finished with your request for credit for time served?
So
I would just,
okay, so where is this? Yep, Hank, that is true. $20 is $20. But does some of that Chilito shit rub off on you when you take his $20? Is this what you're referring to here? Yeah, I'm just.
Can't believe we're checking out his butt.
I need that. I don't know if anyone else here watches Stone Vet. I need that clip that he uses with the guy says "gay." But yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Well, I think actually it's Alshenia that likes checking out his butt, and she's the one that's encouraging this. So
emphasize, Your Honor, that the defendant testified and he sincerely believes that he is providing a public service when he refused.
why are you shaking his head now? The body, that's a weird response. Why is he shaking his head?
Mm-hmm.
The defendant testified and he sincerely believes that he is providing a public service when he refused and films these incidents. I understand the court may have a different view of that, but when we're talking about First Amendment public policy issues such as supervising people involved in government, I think that is something the court can take into consideration, not have a show like that on that. I'll spit on it, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. DeCastro, please stand. I hereby sentence you to 90 days in the Clark County Detention Center on count 1, 90 days in the Clark County Detention Center on count 2, to run consecutive for a total of 180 days in custody. Thank you.
What is that? Boom! Is that what I'm supposed to say at this point?
No, wait. You had to let it go for a few seconds longer.
Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, because he gets taken into custody immediately, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then he must be dead, because if he's taken in custody, they handcuff him, and he swore he would never he would die before he got put in handcuffs, right? Hasn't
Yeah,
he
I'm
repeated
actually
that?
looking at the in custody. He's still in custody, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess he lived through handcuffing.
Supervising people involved in government, I think that is something the court can take into consideration, not have a show like that on that. I'll spit on it, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. DeCastro, please stand. I hereby sentence you to 90 days in the Clark County Detention Center on count 1, 90 days in the Clark County Detention Center on count 2, to run consecutive for a total of 180 days in custody. Thank you.
Sentence suspended or?
Oh, no, I'm going to start right now.
Can you proceed with that? This is travesty of justice. Unbelievable. I don't like police. Put me in jail for half a year. How long have I been in?
The microphone is perfectly placed for us to get that beautiful sound of the torture cuffs being put on Mr. DeCastro. Good job, our Nevada judges. Although, here's something that I thought was kind of telling, I mean, to me at least, or it seems the attorney is a little more media savvy than the actor slash producer,
Mm-hmm.
because Chilito is asking him questions about the situation, and he looks straight at the camera and then makes sure that he is talking so softly it can't be heard. But Chilito is not smart enough to take the clue.
This is travesty of justice. Unbelievable. I don't like police.
He's not much taller than the female officer.
Right.
Can I get my keys up? The keys are in there. They're inside my, can you enjoy? No, in the briefcase. I'll get your stuff. Get a hold of my assistant, James.
Did he say get a hold of my assistant, James?
Is that what he said?
That at the end there? Did he tell me to get a hold of my assistant, James?
Let me see.
I hadn't heard that part before.
I got distracted by Al Shenia's comment here. Poetic justice. The court officer he called it a pig earlier in the day got to slap the cuffs on him. Let's see.
Can I get my keys up? The keys are in there. They're inside my, can you enjoy? No, in the briefcase. I'll get your stuff. Get a hold of my assistant, James.
Yes, get a hold of my assistant, James. That is what he says. But you know who I feel sorry for? I feel sorry for Charlie.
I don't.
Well,
He's probably with family.
well, that's the thing. Where is Charlie? What happens to Charlie?
I do know that people sent them out to the vehicle to make sure that Charlie wasn't locked in the vehicle.
Okay. Well, that's good. Freedom of the press crash course. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, he hasn't been bringing Charlie places, so I'm thinking probably staying with one of the family members down in the area. So hopefully.
Well, I guess it's also, well, I don't know. I've never had a dog, so I don't know how tight dogs bond to people. But I know I had a cat that I had to leave behind when I moved to a out of state job, and she looked for me for weeks and probably months after I was gone. Especially around the time of day where I would be, usually be coming home or leaving. So I don't know. But, maybe Charlie will have a different and better home. Wish the officer with ponytail could have slapped the cuffs on him. Yeah, Hank, that probably would be even better, huh? And ZXL has something that, might be worth looking at. Freedom of the press crash course. Let's go and look at that.
In your backstage at the moment, I threw up my screen showing the in custody status.
Okay, let's go to that.
And there's things about the date. Let me see if I can blow it up. So everybody.
Actually, let's leave that for the moment.
Okay, so I will highlight here The false statement obstruction actually shows his in custody of 3/19, but for
Mhm.
that one, the release date then is a 5/26, and then the bottom one is showing the 3/19 to August 3rd. So this top one is 74 days. I'll have to calculate the next one though.
Hmm.
So
Are they just
that may be considering good time.
Yeah, they're just factoring in good time or just
Mm-hmm.
off the bat. I
Yeah,
I think
the
it might
bottom
be
one,
adding 4 days.
yeah, Kath, the bottom one is showing August 3rd, but I don't know how they calculated that unless they're counting in good time, and then they can always extend it. But at the very minimum, August 3rd then is maybe how they're calculating. I haven't figured out the sentencing guidelines for Nevada yet. It's a little tough to interpret.
I had someone when I heard about the sentence, I was mentioning this, and I think it's like in the middle of the sentencing guidelines. She didn't go full tilt what she could have done, I think. But again, that was someone that was looking something up on the fly as well.
Yeah, no, that is midterm. That's because he could have gotten uh, 360 days total, I believe.
Yeah.
So 180 days for each one of the charges. Plus, they also didn't get him on the contempt at the beginning of this case. The officer didn't charge him with battery on an officer. I mean, so he got off light considering all the things that he did.
Yep.
So,
Not quite as light as the prosecutor was asking for, but for which we all rejoice. Well,
okay,
I do at least.
I'll stop sharing so you can go back to yours now.
Well, no, that's fine.
No, because we want to go back to 29 seconds, and then we got to find out the other ones.
Oh, I totally forgot. I'm such a space cadet. Let's see. So this was. Well, you find the right playlist. And So this was in the main event, right? Where are you? Is that the one? Yes, that's the one. Nope, that's not the one. Okay. Let me try to find the right one. That's not it. Why is it gone all of a sudden? 24, 20. Ah, there it is. All right, so 20 seconds in, you're saying there's a sign that says don't record in the court, right?
Yeah, you can actually see the marshal pointed out.
I'm trying to find it. Well, let's get the screen back up there at the stage. That should be right around here. Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah, he points. Yep, he points to the sign. And I guess they know Mr. DeCastro can't read, so they they take the phone away anyway, or he won't listen. September 14th at the minimum. September 14th at the minimum. Don't count searching his prison wallet as time served. Huh. So what else were we going to look at?
I guess his booty when he goes up onto the stand. I'm trying to find that text
Okay.
now.
Let's make Al Shania happy. Look at his booty some more. I should blow this up to fill the screen.
Oh, that's close to the 112 mark I linked earlier.
Okay, perfect. Bork, bork, bork.
That's having witnesses.
Your Honor, I call Jose DeCastro.
Let me raise your right hand. please.
Oh, okay, I think I see what you're referring to. Whoops. And it's not going to freeze well, though.
Thank you, officer, you step down.
Your Honor.
Stand by the ante.
Is the state rest?
At this point, we do.
Does the defense have any witnesses?
Your Honor, I call Jose DeCastro.
It's his shirt untucked. If you stop it at the right point at 112.42, you can see his shirt bunched up in the back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's actually. But then you got kind of that angle there. Maybe that's what she thinks is. Ooh, slow mo.
That's yeah. I'm on 50% speed, and I caught that at the 112.42.
Glad I have pros to sort of point these things out to me, because
Coming off the stand? Okay, I will go check that one.
God knows I don't consider these things. There we go. Back it up a bit and play. Oh, no, it's too slow, isn't it? We'll get to revel in Chile even more. Okay. That's the stuff nightmares are made of. Well, I don't know.
He comes off the stand at 121. So he was only on the stand like 9 minutes.
It seemed like forever.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, let's see. Well, no, I think it's just his butt and his suit coat, but let's find out. So, what did you say? 120?
121.
121.
He just has a padonkadonk. I hate to tell you that, but that's the way it looks on the video. Slowed down to 0.25.
Oh, poor little Chilito. Look at that sad face. Or whatever face that is. I don't know. But God, what a haircut. I'm gonna take my hat off so you can see my bad haircut. I'm still not one to talk, but did I unpause this? Oh, it's still at 0.25 speed. Do you want to hear some nightmare sounds?
If you click on the top of the video, you technically should be able to use the period sign or greater than and less than signs to go backwards and forwards. If you're actually clicked on the actual YouTube itself.
I don't know where that is.
At the top of your screen on your tab that you have it open on. Just make sure you're clicked on the video and not other screens.
No, I mean this will move. I'll move to a different window entirely if I use the back arrows that we're talking about. I mean, I have the track bar down here I can use.
Yeah, no, but if you actually want 1 second increments to move forward and backwards, you can use the greater
pull
than
up
and
for
less than.
precise. Okay, it says pull up for precise seeking. What am I supposed to pull up?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just keep going.
I am worried about. All right. Come on, Chilito. Show us your butt. Those are words that thought never come out of my mouth. Now I feel unclean. Okay. 0.25 is too slow, isn't it? Okay, go away. There we go. Yeah, I think it's just his shirt and his belt we're seeing.
He's got a badunk.
All right, closing arguments. Surrender Monkey looks good in a suit. Oh yeah, Alshenia, there's certainly plenty of reason to think that he's playing shenanigans. Let's see. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. Let's see if he had any bold predictions for his court case. I think he did. So who's going to be? Oh, James is going to be filling all the orders for the trifolds and whatever else, I guess. His assistant, James.
In the year 2002.
Oh, it stays at 0.5 speed even when I switch to other videos. Let's see. Where would I find? Would it be alive that I saw it? Trial tomorrow. My trial for obstruction this Tuesday. So, 3 hours and 43 minutes. What the heck?
Welcome, everybody.
Let's see.
To another rendition of Delete Laws. What's going on out there in the land of the unfree America? Everybody do me a favor and hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Forgive me for being slightly late. I was having some technical difficulties over here. And so I had to start a little bit late. Welcome, everybody, to another rendition of Delete Laws. What's going on out there in the land of the unfree America? Everybody do me a favor and hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Forgive me for being slightly late. I was having some technical difficulties over here. And so I had to start a little bit late. I apologize. Please forgive me. Today is 2 for 1 Sunday, 2 trifolds for 1.
Oh my
Extra
God.
pair of cop cards in your envelope 100% for free. I'm going to show an 8-minute video here and I'll be right back.
In the year 2002, I was inaugurated by the Chief of Police, Michael Moore of LAPD, with an entire SWAT team twice in the same month. Since that date, I began studying the history of America and constitutional law. I am an autodidactic constitutional law scholar. Over the past...
Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, sorry. I'm not going to sit through that.
Why can nobody find this 2002 case?
Yeah. I know, it's odd.
And his photographic memory. That's made it.
Yeah, and plus why would the captain of the Los Angeles police no-knock raid Chilito? I mean, personally, I don't get it, but I'm going to ban you, Steve. Carry on making Chili look like a fool. All right.
Poor Surrender. It's been one hell of a week, hasn't it, honey?
Yeah. And I will still tell him that, hey, Carrie posted the death announcement, not me. I just reacted to it. Let's see. Okay, don't care. Ooh, what's this?
him grifting for somebody else's case.
Yeah, probably. Here's an ad for the trifold. Come on, Chili. I want to see you crow about your trial. Lawyer fund only. All dollars go to lawyers.
Benefiting from your PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. I said, okay, bro, no problem. So what I did is I've invited Sean Paul Reyes to join this $10,000 fundraiser. Lawyer fund only. All dollars go to lawyers of activists. Wanda Meese, press.
Okay, so this is them feuding, I guess.
That's the cases he was talking about, I think.
Yeah. Although I just realized that I am forgetting to give away memberships. And time's almost out. Well, time's not really out, but I should give away the rest of my memberships.
What's
do I
that
get-
new sorcery?
What? Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, they let channel owners give away free memberships now. You can do 10 a
Really?
month. Yeah.
That's
You can do
impressive.
10 a month.
YouTube is
me-
finally catching up to Twitch on something.
Oh, is that? Oh, Twitch has had that for a while.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember how I do it. I have to go to my channel probably.
Maybe want to not take that off the screen and don't share your personal backstage.
What?
Take that off. Quit
Oh,
presenting
there's
that
an idea.
page.
Yeah, there's an idea. There's a thought. But that was just the public screen for. I mean, that was not anything in particular.
Yeah, but as soon as you go in your studio,
Yeah, then it would have been. Yeah.
yeah.
Then it might have been awkward. Let's see. Yeah, after some of us paid for ours, says Carrie. Yeah. But I appreciate it, Carrie. Thank you. I got to $100 a couple months ago, or last month or something. Finally. Let's see.
I don't know, Governor. I don't think we should, because could that not lead to corruption charges?
Oh
You're
yeah.
not supposed to take
true.
bribery.
Okay, that's still not how I. Gosh, how do I do this? I know I've done it. I swear to God, I've done it. Oh, I have to go to the channel and go to the chat. There we go. This, ladies and gentlemen, is professional YouTubing at its finest.
Surrender Monkey, do you really want to be unmodded? I think you tease about that.
Okay, so Surrender Monkey wanted me to take away his moderation status, so I certainly will. That's too bad. He was a good moderator. Maybe, I don't know. He never banned me. Let's see. Moderation activity. What's this? It's turned off, whatever it is. Maybe moderators can't do anything right now because it looks like it's turned off. Timestamps is off. Oh, I'm discovering new things. Oh, I see. If I turn it on, you'll be able to tell what moderators are doing.
Oh. You have a monitor. You can monitor your mods.
Yes, which I have never done before. We would know who actually banned Carrie that one time. Let's see.
Carrie, I can say it was not me.
Well, yeah. Gosh, I could have sworn this is somewhere here. I could give away the.
Yeah, Calf, it's safe. It's safe. He's teching. Come on. Irish Demon can tech. So can Steve. We're fine.
Give Cap and Liz my mod. All right. Well, Surrender Monkey, if you really want to go, I will take you off. But I'm focusing on something else right now. I'm trying to be generous. Oh, I think I found it. No. God damn, I know there's a way to do it. Excuse my language. I'm getting irritated.
And Alshinia, the only thing I can see about the feet at the end is them getting twisted. They're kind of pushing the chair, and all three of them, DeCastro's legs are pointed one way. The one Marshall is behind him, and then the other Marshall comes in on the side. So it kind of looks like they've got all of their feet crumbled together. But it
Yeah, I
doesn't look
did.
like, unless there's something under the desk that which may be me's briefcase or something that they're kicking around.
Save. Okay. All right. No more wrench for Surrender Monkey. You have received your wish. It's fine. I hate you too. God, maybe you can't do it anymore. Maybe I just can't do it anymore.
They took it away.
They hate me. Oh, wait. Hang on. Here it is. Membership gifting. All right. 5 lucky people will get memberships.
Okay, where did you find that at? So those of us can always remind you if you want us to.
Yes. Thank you. Basically, I didn't scroll down far enough. You go to where, let me just get this off my screen. I'll give the membership so I can go back and look. Down at the very bottom of the chat, Nick Volt got a membership. Paul of Scotland, I don't know who that is. Virgo Wraith. Oh, how come the people that are here almost every broadcast don't get memberships? Don't know who John Blues is. Don't know who. Actually, Paul of
5.
Scotland.
Yeah.
He's commented a couple times.
Becca got one. Yay. Virgo got one.
Yep. But poor Cap got didn't get it, and nor did Alshenia.
Cap, do you actually have yours turned on? Do you guys
Oh, yeah,
have
yeah.
your memberships turned on though?
You guys need to turn on memberships. Gifted membership, so we won't be able to get it. I see Steve is taking up LSing and driving. Yep, certainly. I sure
I was
have.
gonna say there should be like a little pop-up now that that's gone out though for people. There should be able to see like a little pop-up screen that says turn on memberships.
Let's see.
Thanks, Hank.
Hank, 7 months. Thank you very much. Yeah, always a bridesmaid. Bridesmaid, says Cap. Well, you know what? I am gonna try something else.
Yeah, please. I agree, Surrender.
Can someone please ban Nick Volt?
I didn't say it. I just agreed with it.
All right, I have just bought some memberships to see what happens. See if we can finally get memberships to people who I have no idea who they are.
Probably your followers from your small. Hurry, type real fast, Cap.
Wow.
The ones who follow you on your shorts.
Oh, yes, probably. Yeah.
It's okay. That's a good thing. Maybe they'll find their way into your lives.
And there's at least someone that, because no matter how many people are watching the movie, whether it's 2 or 3, there's often just one person that's not saying anything. So maybe one of them. But yeah, these are people, or maybe these are back from when. Oh my God, I got the chili haircut, and people flooded over from Welsh News Network. So that could be, and they've never actually commented or done anything really.
Yes, everyone, eat my shorts.
Well, do you want to be a mod, Liz? I'll make you a mod. Surrender Monkey is nominating you.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
It just
How about
makes
you?
it to where if I have to go spy on somebody and check to make sure it's the actual person, that makes it easier.
Yeah. I've had
Other
a couple
than
of
that-
people that have said, nope, don't want to be mods. So I always ask, because There was one time where there were a couple of people that were just here and as a joke. That's how the mod thing started, actually. It was mostly just a joke. Let's see. All right. So, where are you? I don't see. I guess you need to say something in chat. You have. I've seen you say something in chat.
Yeah, but after 15 minutes, you're
Oh, they go away. That's right. Yeah.
the active.
Okay. Who else wants to be moderators? I'm giving out moderator stances. Everybody gets a wrench, except Surrender Monkey because he sucks.
And one time at band camp, Surrender wants his back. He just wanted to see himself green.
Oh, okay. Oh, now he wants a wrench. Okay.
Calf, I only like to kind of check on people. So, like, if it's to make sure it's the actual person and not a spoofed account.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. I mean, I literally have never banned or timed out anybody. So it's like if you break the terms of service by doing one of the few bad things, then that's one thing. But that's Steve's call. He can do it.
Let's see. So Surrender Monkey wants to be a mod. Well, actually,
I
I've
was
been
just
wondering
saying
about
you need to do the Oprah voice.
you get a mod. What is that? You get a wrench. You get a wrench. You get a wrench or membership rather. You get a moderator. Although I haven't given away memberships, I should give away some memberships. How much are memberships? I should look. Since I'm not spending money anyway.
Or don't wait until after like next week or whatever.
Oh, that's right. What am I saying?
Because doesn't it reset in?
Yes, it resets in 10 days. So yeah, I'll wait. I just spent money on it, didn't I? All right. I just added. Who did I add here? I don't know. Did you want me to add you, Alshenia, or not? I just clicked on you and then clicked again. But yeah, somebody blocked me. Hey, why not? See if you can block me. That would be a major flaw in YouTube's design, I would think.
You're modded.
I was clicking on people and I couldn't see who I was clicking on, and I ended up adding you as a mod. Do you want to be a mod, Cap? Does everybody want to be a mod? You get a mod. You be a mod. Everyone's a mod.
I actually think as many times as I've seen you, I think I've seen you ban one person, maybe.
Me? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually I banned two, but I unbanned him a few days later. But the other one stays banned. That was the flat earther guy that was just being rude for absolutely no reason to everybody.
Austin.
Yeah. And
you kept him banned? That's funny.
I think so. I'd have to go back and look. If you need mods, sure. Yeah, I don't really need mods. Well, again, I don't know if anyone has been banning people, but yes, I banned Coded Friend. He was over here one night and he was just being obnoxious beyond words, and I banned him. But or blocked him, whatever the word is. Is it blocked or banned? Well, whatever. But then a couple of days later, I unblocked him because, well, I actually don't like blocking people. I should see who's blocked. Who is blocked right now?
Oh, Shinny, I hope you feel better. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay, Alshenia. Sleep well. And I need to wrap this up in about 10 minutes. I'm going to hate myself in the morning. I say that, and then it's suddenly 3 a.m. Now I need to remember how I can look at. Oh, I probably scroll down to the bottom. Oh, somebody watched on Facebook. I should have paid attention to Facebook, apparently.
Good night. Sleep well. Hope you feel better.
Yeah, good night. All right, where do I see that? Okay, hide user on this channel, put user in timeout. Maybe I can't even, maybe, ugh. Oh, what the hell?
I thought mine was in my Google account for some reason. I've literally bombed blocked one person other than bots.
Let's see. Let me go back to my studio. That's probably where I need to look at it. Customization settings.
Cat. Well, Steve's playing with things. There you go.
Who did that? And him. Yeah.
Oh no, we really are turning into Chili Stream. Look at all the mods.
Yeah, well, next time my biggest fan comes back over here, then he has something else to complain about. But you know, everybody's mods, nobody's mods, right? Community, maybe that's where it's listed. Yeah, everybody's a mod basically at this point, I think, that has ever come to the channel and said anything. Nope, those are mods. Channel, maybe there. There's all the keywords for the channels. There's advanced settings. No, it's not made for kids. Steve Miller Talks is not for kids. Okay, probably that jingle is only here in Washington. So I should stop make people's ears bleed. Yeah, I don't know. There's some place you can see it. Oh, you think it's somewhere in the Google account? You think? Is that what you said?
That's where mine is. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I won't bore people with me trying to figure out how to YouTube any more than I already have. Let's put it that way.
So today would have been YouTube's payout date, right? Technically? Does anybody know?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
If you're over the threshold, of course.
Well, I did go over the threshold, but it takes them a month to pay out, right? I guess I should check.
Cuts off like the third week of the month, if I remember. I'm not sure.
I don't know, but I broke 100 1 month, and so I would get paid at some point. But that would have been last month, right? Because I was demonetized for a while. Then I got remonetized because very interesting. When they were demonetizing a bunch of channels, it took me 2 days or 3 days to get my monetization back, and poor Colin, not Cromwell, he went months, it seemed. So maybe I made the right argument and he made the wrong argument. I don't know. He's certainly far more deserving of it than I ever have been. Well, I guess supporting a criminal activity. But First Amendment auditing, apparently, no matter how much trespassing and harassment you engage in, is not a criminal activity, I guess. Although I guess the point is now that he's been convicted of something. Is that? Well, I don't know. I'd hate to see him booted off the platform. I hate to see anybody silenced, even if he tries to silence people. I'll celebrate him going to jail. I don't know. I'd celebrate him being kicked off of.
I don't necessarily want him kicked off, but I'm just wondering if he's not there. So, like the payday portion of that, if his channel gets struck, because he's got what, 2 more strikes or something like that before he gets a real
Oh,
big hand slapping, would he lose his monetization for until he's out?
oh, hmm. Well, actually, yeah, yeah. Well, there's a time where if you don't post anything for a period, then yes, it gets taken away. Um, is it not? Is it 3 months? I think it's longer actually. Let's see. Monetization. There's a tab for that somewhere here that will tell me. Earn, they call it.
Well, because I mean, I know a lot of people were like trying to calculate how much he has. I guess he took out some contracts or something for attorney's fees for other people, and that accounted to over like $40,000.
Oh,
Yeah, and then my thing is, did the attorney get his van moved? Or did he maybe have a family member? Or is that still sitting in the parking lot? Is that going to be impounded? And what are the fees going to be on that at the end? And then not having like the 2 months worth of his earnings and stuff for the March
huh.
payment and then the April payment. I mean, that's just,
Yeah. Hmm.
he's coming into a lot of debt.
Well, if people are still watching his shorts and backstock, then he'll still get some ad revenue, I'd gather.
Yeah, but if
But
he gets smacked with where he gets demonetized for a little while and he can't reset that back up.
yeah,
So, I mean, that would end all of his funds until he's out.
yeah. And you are correct, Surrender Monkey. I'm not your daddy, but thank you for the 20 pounds.
Who's your daddy?
Um, King Kong, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, people were speculating how much of a mess he could be when he comes out.
Oh, yeah. I noticed on. Oh my God.
Kelly!
I mentioned it earlier. The channel's name I couldn't pronounce. Dick Bag Patrol. Uh, that he also will be speculating on the fate of Chile's empire, quote unquote.
That'll be mastery.
Yeah. Hey, Kelly, welcome, welcome, welcome. You always show up just as I'm needing to call it a night.
I need
Well,
to
not
pick
always.
Kelly's brain pretty soon.
Last 2 times. You should do a pick Kelly's brain stream.
You don't want to hear it. It's okay.
Okay.
It's Nevada politics.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, Nevada politics sound like they've gotten serious from what some comments Carrie made last time we were talking. Like gunslinging serious. Yeah, and I still can't figure out where I can see who I banned. But all right.
It's time.
Yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to call it a night. I appreciate since Kelly is here, it's time to shut down the stream. Thank you all for coming out for my catching up with the wonders of Chile, and for we didn't find the farts, but maybe sometime we will. There's that thing I saw. Thought art.
Surrender, there's a few of us who caught that as well. And I'm not sure, I haven't heard any of the attorneys who actually cover it, whether that could be construed as basically giving legal advice or trying to practice law where you don't have a license. So we'll see how that plays out.
County convention is Saturday. Well, good luck. And yeah, we need to do another art stream too at some point. People like those. I like those.
We like those. Those are fun.
Yeah.
I love when you're trying to name them and we actually get to visualize some of the pictures. It's great.
Yeah. So yes, we need to. Okay, I'll have to go look at that. All right. Anyhow, I am really gonna need to wrap this up, or I will hate myself tomorrow because, yeah, meetings, more boring meetings.
Thank you for having me up, Steve. I appreciate it. Everyone
Yes,
out
thank you
there
for
in
coming
chat. Thank you. Have a
And
good night.
You make this more interesting, and you keep me on task. So thank you, and I will.
Thank you.
I will talk to you next time.
Bye, Steve.
Bye. All right, and everybody in the side chat, thank you very much. I appreciate y'all coming out. Sorry that you didn't get a membership again, Cap. Maybe April 1st. I'll give away memberships on April 1st, and maybe you will get one. Finally. And same things for other people. And Kelly, good luck on the convention. And I am going to call it a night. And see you all. Oh, yes, if you're not doing anything Saturday afternoon, I haven't quite programmed the film yet because I got a weird YouTube thing. I had to look into what it was. And it turns out that any French-speaking territory, this film that I'm going to run Saturday afternoon is under license and therefore will not be seen. So if you're in Monaco, you won't be able to see this movie. So sorry to all my the vast horde of Monacans who watch my channel. But I have not seen this film. But I heard it's one of the better film noir entries. And it is called The Big Combo. It's from 1955. So yeah, if you are not doing anything around 3:00 on Pacific time on Saturday afternoon, pop in, watch a good movie, have a chat. And on that note, on that advertisement, hit like, all that stuff, and I will see you guys next time. And thanks again for coming out. And I did not mention coded. Well,